This week on Premier Preps, we continue into the heart of league play with some great rivalry games with Rocklin and Whitney baseball, Roseville and Woodcreek softball, and Oak Ridge and Del Oro in SFL volleyball. Plus the story of Rocklin senior Katie Wetteland, who's missed nearly 2 years with injuries, but is back and better than ever for the Thunder. This is Premier Preps. Welcome to another episode of Premier Preps. I'm your host, Nick Pecoraro. Thank you, as always, for subscribing here on YouTube, following along on social media, and tuning in every Sunday for the most unique high school sports coverage in the greater Sacramento area. Hey, quick reminder that Premier Preps is always looking for local businesses and partners to help sponsor and support the show. And we've still got plenty of great opportunities available for the rest of the spring season and for next year as well. So if you believe in the importance of the high school sports experience and what we are doing in the community, then please send me a message. My DMs are always open on social media, and my email is listed on the homepage description of my YouTube channel. So let's connect and keep this area covered in a way that it deserves. How about some highlights now? We start with one of the best crosstown rivalries in the section. Doesn't matter what sport. When Rocklin and Whitney get together, it always makes for some intense competition. Rocklin had actually had the series wrapped up by Wednesday, but Whitney was looking to get one back to close the series strong, the Thunder and the Wildcats on Thursday afternoon. Rocklin looking for a 3-game sweep. They give the ball to sophomore Andrew Hancock. .88 ERA coming in. Whitney trying to salvage a game before they hit Oak Ridge next week. And in the first inning, the Wildcats have something cooking. Runners on first and third. Bryce Ferris gets picked off at first, but he buys enough time for Tyler Jordan to come in and score. Just like that, Whitney leads 1-0. Rocklin gets out of the inning with some nice defense. Noah Warner with a chopper. Andrew Hancock to Cash Brennan to Dylan Nuz with a nice stretch. And Rocklin comes to the plate. The Thunder loads the bases in the bottom half of the first, but Whitney freshman Chase Cotton showing some poise on the hill. He gets Arkansas commit Joey Lorenzini to fly out to right, and Rocklin leaves them loaded. Bottom two we go now. Runner on second, 2 out for Aaron Verma. The soft liner to right brings home Roman Castellanos, and we're all knotted up at 1 apiece. Now here comes one of the wackiest plays you'll ever see. Josh Mendoza drives one into the gap. Ethan Brown lays out but can't quite snag it. Right fielder Colby Pudge follows the play, but he falls down. He makes the throw to the infield from his tush. The relay throw from Castellanos to Nick Coleman is going to beat the runner at third. Rocklin coach Matt Jones said this might be his favorite play ever, the classic 8-9-4-5 putout. And we're having some fun here. Whitney with some D in the fourth. Roman Castellanos to center, but Tyler Jordan says, "I got nothing but glove for you." We're still tied at 1 apiece going to the 6th. Andrew Hancock was dealing. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts for who looks like the future ace of this program. But Whitney senior Noah Warner was solid in relief for the Wildcats, 4 2/3 out of the pen. He strikes out the side in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Aaron Verma with a 1-out single moves to second on a wild pitch. That sets the stage for Ethan Brown, who's ready to take a walk. The liner to left scores Verma for a 2-1 Rocklin win, and Ethan Brown is your walk-off hero in a sweep for the Thunder, who end the week alone atop of the Sierra Foothill League.
We just battle. Our coach always says we have the strongest chin in California. We take punches and we punch back. I think we just learned to battle through stuff. We had 2 tough losses early, and now we're just rolling.
Time to take a look at our big picture baseball top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Folks, LENIE'S Pictures has you covered with great action shots, custom team and individual banners, and much more. Visit LENIE'spictures.com and follow on social media to find out all the games that they cover throughout the week. Let's take a look at our big picture top 10 baseball rankings presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Can't get enough high school sports in Sacramento? Well, Premier Preps has got you covered like no one else. You want game highlights? We got you. You want local insight? We got you. You want inspirational feature stories? We've got you. How about exclusive interviews with prominent players and coaches in the area? We got you. Scores, updates, top plays, and much, much more every Sunday at 5 o'clock during the high school season on YouTube. We look back at the week that was and keep you updated on who's got next. So follow along on social media and subscribe on YouTube to Premier Preps with me, Nick Pecoraro, because it's giving Sacramento high school sports the coverage it deserves. Well, speaking of great crosstown rivalries, this next one is about as evenly matched as you can get. Woodcreek and Roseville softball have split the last 40 meetings with each other over the past 20 years. The Timberwolves had won 11 of their last 12 entering Monday, while Roseville was holding its own amidst a tough schedule at 5-4 overall and 3-1 in the Foothill Valley League. But who would get bragging rights for the city of Roseville? That game happening on Monday night. Over the past 20 years, the rivalry between Roseville and Woodcreek has been dead even at 20 wins apiece. The Timberwolves have been hot, though, winning 11 of their previous 12 heading into Monday. In the first inning, Hawaii commit Marin McNeil strikes out a pair to get her team up to the plate. And they would jump on the Tigers early, bottom of the first. Leadoff hitter Nicole Fonte sets the table with a bunt single, and that would ignite a big first inning for the Timberwolves. Two batters later, Fonte is at third. Sophomore Cameron Kelly's at the plate, and the liner to left is played on a short hop. Fonte comes in to score, and just like that, it's 1-0 Creek. The next batter, Marin McNeil, comes up to hit now. She's not just a one-trick pony, folks. She can swing it a bit. She laces a single to left, and that puts a couple ducks on the pond for junior Chloe Pruce. And Pruce gets loose with this pitch. That's her first home run of the season. It's a 3-run shot, and it gives Woodcreek a 4-0 lead after one. Wolves back at it again in the bottom of the second. Bases loaded this time for sophomore Aubrey Riddell. That's a nice piece of hitting right there. It brings in Amelia Enright and Emily Sear, and Woodcreek now has a 6-0 lead. Still in the second, Roseville needs a little defense to get out of here. First baseman McKenna Patterson providing a little leather. The cat-like reflexes saves a run. For the moment at least, because Woodcreek is going to tack on two more as Darcy Miller's grounder is too hot to handle. Nicole Fonte and Aubrey Riddell score, and it's 8-0 Creek after two. We skip ahead to the top of the fourth. Woodcreek's up 10-0 at this point, but Roseville able to get one back as McKenna Patterson lifts a fly ball high and deep, but not quite out of here, but plenty deep enough to score Jocelyn Solorio from third. That gives Roseville a little bit of life, but in the bottom of the fourth, Cameron Kelly pushes one up the middle. That one plates two more, and it's 12-1 Timberwolves, and that's more than enough support for Marin McNeil, who ends the game with her 6th punch-out. Woodcreek makes it 12 wins in its last 13 games.
I feel like this is the year out of my 4 years, like we've been really together as a team. We've really bonded more, or at least me, I think. I think we're all together. It's not getting angry. We're all just we all want the same thing, and that's to win. And it's all seemed to work. We're doing really great right now.
Time now for our Big Picture Top 10 Softball Rankings presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Hey, did you know that when you visit LENIE'spictures.com, you can use the promo code NP7 at checkout and get $7 photo downloads exclusively through Premier PREPS? It sounds too good to be true, but it's not. Take advantage of that special while you can. And here is the latest Big Picture Top 10 Softball Rankings presented by LENI'S Pictures. LENI'S Pictures is your go-to site for priceless photos and memorabilia. This local family business has captured great action shots for a decade, but there's so much more to offer with a personalized touch for team and individual photos, game day galleries, banners, yard signs, festive mementos for senior nights, team banquets, or even just to cheer your kid on at their games, all 100% custom made by LENI'S Pictures, any student, any season, any occasion. So make those memories last forever and visit LENI'spictures.com and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads exclusively through Premier PREPS. That's LENI'spictures.com, your official photography sponsor for Premier PREPS. Big thanks again to the Rylee Grace Foundation for its support and sponsorship of our Premier PREPS feature stories each week this spring. The Rylee Grace Foundation provides support and resources for families experiencing the struggles that come with pediatric cancer. This week's inspirational feature comes from the Rocklin softball team, where senior Katie Wetteland missed nearly 2 full years of high school ball with multiple injuries. But she has kept the faith in herself, and so did college coaches. And that faith has been rewarded so far in her senior year. Back in the spring of 2022, Katie Wetteland burst onto the scene at Rocklin High School.
I remember playing in the fall, and she's always been one of those girls that have played up. She's always played a year ahead, and she's had the talent to do it and has never, ever had a struggle. She's always batted in the middle of the lineup. She's played every position on the field, pitcher, catcher, middle infield, outfield. Like, she literally can play every position. Even now, I bet she could throw the catcher's gear on.
She led the Thunder varsity softball team with a .390 batting average and 13 extra base hits as a freshman. And Division I colleges quickly started taking note.
I had a great season. The team had a great season. They had really good leadership. The seniors did a good job. My older sister was actually a senior when I was a freshman, so that was pretty cool.
But something didn't feel right after her freshman summer. An MRI showed a torn labrum in her throwing shoulder, sidelining Katie for most of her sophomore and junior seasons at Rocklin. It's an injury that, oddly enough, runs in the family.
I think it's something genetically with my family. Yeah, both of them. And my dad and my grandpa and my uncle. It's definitely genetics. But before I got her, I was definitely getting interest from top schools. So that was like really exciting for me because obviously that's every little girl's dream. I kind of had lost everyone else's interest when they heard I was hurt the first time. So that was just hard because like my dream was to play at the next level, like high at the next level. And I was like, that's not even going to happen. Like, is it even worth to keep playing?
Even Katie's younger sister, Amanda, now a sophomore on Rocklin's varsity team, has also started this year with the same injury.
It's the exact same thing. It's like our whole family tree. I tore the back of my labrum. I don't know if she tore like the front, but I tore the back of it, so.
Having gone through that injury, Katie has plenty of advice to pass down to her younger sister.
She gives me like very good advice. I don't know how to like explain that, but I've always looked up to her because she's always been like, she was always naturally good at the sport. And then she just really helps me.
And as for Katie herself, well, she's back and better than ever for her senior year.
Very first practice, she got 2 live at-bats, and the first 2 pitches she saw, she hit out. And the coaches and I just kind of looked at each other going, yeah, that's the Katie that I know, and you guys are going to see this next year. And sure enough, during the season this year, she had a stage during front toss where she hit 6 or 7 out, and you know her swing is great. She's got a great inside-out approach. Has always been really smart about hitting.
she's like built her mental part of the game back up like brick by brick, and now like she's pretty solid.
I'm really looking forward to being out on the field full time.
Katie is committed to the school that kept the faith in her during her injuries, the University of Nevada, Reno.
UNR, out of all the schools that liked me even during my recovery, UNR just really stood out to me because they liked me for me, like my injured self. And they said that they like how I play with grit and like I have a story behind me. And I felt like they weren't looking at me like, oh, she's an injured player, like she won't play kind of thing. They have a lot more confidence in me, which is huge. So that was definitely a big reason why I chose to go there.
And with Rocklin as the reigning section champion, Katie hopes to lead the Thunder back to the big stage.
I definitely want to win this year. I want to get there at least one game at a time for playoffs, but that would be really exciting if I got to play like full time in that game.
She worked hard to get back with her shoulder, and yeah, mentally I think she was totally fine. She accepted the role of I'm going to be here at every practice and every game and supporting my team the best I can. But yeah, missing her on the field is she's a big piece of the team.
I definitely learned to trust in God because I know that all this happened for a reason. It made me tougher as a player, mentally and physically, and I feel like I came back a better player each time.
From Rocklin High School, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps. ERIK'S DeliCafe brings you the team with character each week this spring, and whether it's for pickup, dine-in, or your upcoming catering event, ERIK'S DeliCafe has sandwiches with character, soups made from ERIK'S family recipes, freshly made salads, and much more. Make sure you order from the Folsom and Roseville locations online and enter the promo code FORVBOGO425 to get this week's buy one, get one deals for sandwiches, wraps, and salads, valid through April 12th. This week's team with character is the Woodcreek softball team, which finished last week at 14-4 and 5-0 in the Capital Valley Conference. They had two big wins last week over Roseville and East Nicholas. After starting 1-3 this year, the Timberwolves have since won 13 of their last 14. They have 10 players hitting over 300 and collectively have a 1.98 ERA as a staff, led by Hawaii commit Marin McNeil, who is 10-0 with a 1.17 ERA. She also hits .412 and has 4 homers and 22 RBIs. Congratulations, Woodcreek softball. You are the ERIK'S DeliCafe team with character.
304, complaining of dizziness, lightheadedness. We're going to send EMS on the way, but can you take a ride over there? 10-4 on my way.
It's allowed our responders to get their hands on the next step of technologies that are facing EMS.
It saves you the time to ask the questions and really concentrate on treating the patient.
The top team in our Premier Preps boys volleyball rankings every week so far this spring has been the Oak Ridge Trojans, 22-1 coming into this week and ranked in the national top 20 on Max Preps. Sam Renaud and Jamie Frazier are among the top kills leaders in the section, and on Wednesday, Oak Ridge traveled to Del Oro, which made a run for section and NorCal championships last year, and they have 2 of their top hitters back in Hunter Larkin and Hayden Yarns. The Trojans and the Golden Eagles on Wednesday in Loomis. Couple of top 10 teams in our Premier Preps rankings. Number 6, Del Oro hosting top-ranked Oak Ridge on Wednesday night in Loomis. Both teams came to play. We start with Oak Ridge sophomore Jamie Frazier going down the line and hammer it home for the first point of the game. But Del Oro's got some guys too. How about Jaden Steele going off the block? Back and forth we go in the first set, but D.O. gets some late momentum thanks to 6'6" sophomore Grayson Holcomb. Nice feed from James Learn, and the Golden Eagles have a chance to put it away here, and they do just that as Holcomb gets the big stuff. D.O. is just the second team in league play to take set 1 from the Trojans, and we switch sides for set 2 now. Del Oro keeping the foot on the gas pedal early. Hayden Yarns missed a couple weeks with an injury, but he's back to provide some offense. And if you leave the lid off of the cookie jar, Hayden is going to eat. A nice second set for Yarns, but here come the Trojans. Jack Reynolds sets Travis Vandeloyster. That thing is too hot to handle. And Oak Ridge can close it out with something a little softer, but just as effective from Jamie Frazier. Oak Ridge takes set 2, 25-22. To the third we go. Travis Vandeloyster getting up to throw down once more from Jack Reynolds. Reynolds was dropping dimes all over the place on Wednesday. But don't count out D.O. just yet. Jaden Steele starting to heat up in the third. And he was hearing a little bit of chirping from the Oak Ridge sidelines, but he serves up a nice little ace right here and says, "What you got to say about that?" The score remains tight throughout the third, and here comes Sam Renaud. If at first you don't succeed, go ahead and double tap that thing. And the Trojans close out set 3 as Jack Reynolds with the good feed and Jamie Frazier with the good deed. Frazier had 23 kills, and we're on to the fourth. Hunter Larkin with a big block for the Golden Eagles. Jaden Steele comes over and says, "You got a little dirt on your shoulder, my boy. Let me brush that off for you." And then on the next point, Steele gets back up for the smash, and Larkin returns the favor, cleans him up a bit, straightens up his tie. Del Oro's looking sharp, but it was the Trojans who were looking the sharpest in the end. Sam Renaud puts away match point, and Oak Ridge moves to 24-1 and 10-0 in SFL play.
We definitely gave up a few runs, but I think it was our ability to come back through those runs. They definitely had some tough servers, but we were just able to prevail through that.
What does this team look like when it's playing at its absolute best?
Probably best team in NorCal. That's all I'm gonna say. Good energy, good coaching, fun bench, just good all around.
Let's take a look at our latest boys volleyball top 10 rankings for the Sac Joaquin section. It's time for our Infinite Performance Plays of the Week. Infinite Performance Physical Therapy is here for you, especially if you've just had surgery and are in need of rehab and injury prevention exercises. Go ahead and connect with Infinite Performance Physical Therapy for all of your fitness and recovery needs. Hey, keep those Play of the Week nominees coming on social media. You can tag me with a short clip, let me know what's going on with the play, and potentially be featured on Premier Preps even if I'm not at your game. Let's see who made the cut this week in our Infinite Performance Plays of the Week. All right, we've got McKenna Patterson, Roseville first baseman, snagging a hot shot against Woodcreek. She nearly doubles off the runner at third. Nice play, McKenna. Oak Ridge senior Sam Renaud has got springs for days. His first kill attempt comes right back to him, but he puts a little extra cheese on the second one. That one finds some hardwood. Oak Ridge is 24-1. Whitney senior Tyler Jordan flashing some leather against Rocklin and reminding everyone that center field against Whitney is officially a no-fly zone. Okay, Rocklin head coach Matt Jones said this might be his favorite play ever, and it's because no one ever gave up on the play. Ethan Brown can't come up with it in center. Right fielder Colby Pudge slips and falls and throws it in from his backside. Roman Castellanos' relay throw is on the money to Nick Coleman at third. The hitter officially gets a double, but it's all for naught because Rocklin comes up with the old 8-9-4-5 put out. And that is your Infinite Performance Play of the Week.
What's up, Infinite family? We have something new for you guys for 2025. We finally teamed up with My PT Hub and created the ultimate all-inclusive Infinite app. Within the app, you'll be able to purchase memberships, book and cancel sessions, and purchase online go-at-your-own-pace programs. Something new we're adding this year is becoming an Infinite virtual athlete, where you have custom programs built for you with video demonstrations to ensure you are doing the exercises properly. I'm super excited for this new addition and being able to create Infinite built athletes no matter where you are in the world.
That's it for this week's edition of Premier Preps. We've got 33 episodes down, just 9 to go for this school year. I want to once again thank our sponsors, Infinite Performance Physical Therapy, LENIE'S Pictures, Premier Championship Rings, iPCR, the Rylee Grace Foundation, ERIK'S DeliCafe, and our newest supporter, HB Towing. Thank you for all of your incredible support, and thank you all for subscribing on YouTube and catching up throughout the week on Foothill 7 TV on Comcast Channel 7 in El Dorado County. We've got another great show lined up for next week. We will see you back here on Premier Preps. I'm Nick Pecoraro.